So let's talk about how I got into cybersecurity from HR. Okay, guys. So I've spoken about how I made my big switch from HR to cybersecurity in my previous video, which, well, previous depending on how you look at it, but at the comeback video. So I thought let's talk a little bit more on what I've been up to and how I actually made the switch because, well, as the title of the video said, how my geeky passions actually, well, passions, that's a bit much, but how the geeky side of me kind of got me into cybersecurity because it's quite a nice story and I learned a lot from it, which I think it might help any one of you, like maybe one of you to also, I don't know, if you're looking to change things or shake things up in your life. Yeah, I don't know, like let's just talk about it and talk about the things that I learned. Now, 1.5 years ago, I worked at the HR department and I was kind of the salary like assistant person HR. Like I was like the person that did all different kind of small tasks at the HR department, which was at a school, and they had 3 temporary contracts. And in the Netherlands, you have the thing where they need to permanently hire you or they will fire you. And at that period of time, the company wasn't doing that great, so they kind of fired between 50 to 60 people, something like that, that all had a temporary contract, including me. And in the meantime, I was also working on one of my Star Wars cosplays, like of course Star Wars cosplays, like I should have known Star Wars would have gotten me a job. Like, so I was invited by a friend to go to a hackerspace, which is like a community hub type of thing where people go and they work on projects, like either computer projects or like code projects or just any type of projects. Like they have 3D printers, they have like woodwork stuff, but also like a collaboration room and like all different kinds of tools. And it's just a very lovely, nerdy, geeky space to go to. And I was invited, like I was working on a few things and they had some really expensive tools that I was like, can I please use them? And they were like, yeah, sure. I was like, okay. Oh, that look, I don't know. So yeah, I kind of geeked about it a lot. So when I was there was this one guy, like I'm very bubbly, talkative, and of course, like getting to know the people, and they like you should ask like what type of work do you do? Like if you walk there, like I don't know those people. Like I want to know those people. Like what brings them there? Like this is so out of my comfort zone that I started to speak with a guy and I asked him what he did, and he was like, well, I work in cybersecurity and with the healthcare things. And then he asked, of course, in return, and I told him the story about what happened. He was like, well, that's interesting. So what type of work did you exactly do? So I told him that what I did officially. But the fun side of things was that I was also the unofficial tech person on my department. Because we were at like the 4th floor and like the IT tech people were like on the ground level on the other side of the big building, and they always were like, we're not going there. Rosalie, can you help us? You know a lot about computers. Like, yeah, I am the millennial on the department. And yeah, I did know quite a few things about Windows and those things. Like, I always had a feeling for tech. I love tech. Like video making, but also like with Windows and like troubleshooting things. Like I'm also the IT person in my family. Like I guess everyone is. Like let me know if you are the IT person in your family that people go to if they need something. Like I certainly am of mine. And so he was like, well, that sounds interesting. Well, we might have a position that looks like it available where I works. So we changed numbers, and yeah, that is basically how I got into contact with him. And I remember the day that they made it permanent, that they said at my HR place, like, well, we are not gonna extend your contract. Like, I remember walking out of his office, grabbing my phone, and then messaging with the guys, like, hey, remember our chat? Hi, can I please speak to your manager? I was like, I'm not desperate at all. I'm not desperate at all. So yeah, that was how I basically got into contact with the manager and we scheduled an appointment, and it was like, I didn't know the position I was actually applying to. So when we got like the physical meeting, I was like, hi, well, all the introductions. And I guess the second question was like, what is the position that I am applying for? Because I have done quite a few studies back in the day. Like from multimedia to front office to back office to like financial parts. It's like all those different things. And I was like, well, I did speak to this guy about all those things that I did. So I was like, I have no clue what am I applying for? Please tell me. So that was, well, awkward, I guess. Can you call it awkward? But yeah, it was a system administrator position, but well, I have no degree in system administration or system administration. System administrator, good morning. English is hard. So yeah, I somehow, well, was offered the thing. Like I remember sitting panicking, like at home, was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. They offered me the job. They offered me the job because I was convinced that they were not gonna hire me. Like I don't have a degree in it, or like I was so new to it. But they saw potential in me because, well, I had something that they were looking for, I guess. So until this day, I don't know. Like I'm so happy that they gave me the opportunity. That like, okay, we'll take you in and we will train you on the job and we will send you to like those courses, which they did on the first day. Completable all the video, but it was like a very advanced course that they sent me to. And yeah, basically it took me in like the little duckling that I was and nurtured me into this beautiful, I don't know, geese, goose, what do you call me? I'm not a beautiful swan. Like a little duck birdie that I was, and really came to my true self there. And there are so many people like who are like me, that work there. We have the same interest with D&D. We also have D&D evenings. We go to like a pub and all those other things. Like it's a very, like I don't want to say family. Like we are not a family. I'm not gonna be like, this is a family. But we are a really good group of friends. I guess you can call it like that. So yeah, that is pretty much how my, well, life changed. Because when I got into system administrating there, they, well, of course, like I tried, but it was like, it was not good for my anxiety because of like, I had this imposter syndrome going on. It's like, I can do this, I can do this, I have to do this. I should be able to do this. I can't do it. No, but I tried doing it, but I was a beginner, and it was a very fast growing company, but I can coordinate. Like, it's what I've done before on this channel, in my community, and also with other things. Like, give me an issue or a task or something, and I will make sure to nurture it and ensure that it will get finished. If it's either by me or someone else or something, like a little bit of a scrum. But I don't want to say scrum master. If you know what scrum master is, great. If you don't know what the scrum master is, how to explain scrum master? I would say Google it after the video, but it's kind of a project lead type of position. But there are also special like degrees for it, and I'm also learning a bit more about it right now. And yeah, they placed me on this coordinator position and also like main responsible person for like the service and help desk, which is kind of me right now together with two other people. And I'm the first liner and they are like the second liner. So if I can't fix the issue, I transfer it over to them, which is in a cybersecurity place where they run Linux and like Windows I can do. But if it comes to Linux or like the AI things or like all those more advanced things, it's like, yeah, I can do this. I will just escalate it to the second line, please. I can't, I want to do it, but not yet. So that is yeah, pretty much a part of my job, and yeah, I really love it. So what I do love as well is all the things that I learned about it, and I kind of wanted to like also talk about in this video because there are 3 things that in this whole process I did learn. And the first thing is, I guess, that networking does matter when trying to find a job. Like, you can just go to LinkedIn or any type of other place and just apply, and you're like one of a dozen that apply for a job, and then like they're all the same, just they're just shifting through it, and it's like same. But if you have an insider, they can vouch for you. Like, I know this person, he or she is cool. You should speak with her, and then you're already like 1 foot in. Like, it really does work. I'm getting nervous again. Like, I should like stop doing my hair on the video. Like, it's a mess. Okay. Back to part 2. Soft skills for the win. I got little notes over here where I'm like, I know myself with my ADHD. It's like, I'm gonna talk about 3 things, and then there are 10. So no, soft skills. For me, I'm using like my ADHD as a superpower to like multitask and like coordinate. And if there's a crisis, I'm like completely in my element, which is kind of scary to think about. But yeah, soft skills do matter, and let them shine. Find a place that if you're looking for something, or if you're at a place right now, go speak with the person that is in charge and be like, hey, I can do this. I can know all those things. Those are natural to me. Please, let me flourish. And then talking about flourishing and talk about the place where I totally didn't flourish was at school and getting my degree. Like, I did 4 studies, only finished 1, and the other 3 were like, well, it's something with ADHD, starting things and not finishing it. Long story short. But the degree is important. But if I look at some colleagues who are like really great coders, they don't have a degree. They even dropped out of school, but they are so good at what they do that they are hired and they are like having the senior positions right now. And I'm like, my mind is blown. And I don't know if it's an IT only thing or if it's also a thing in other fields. But yeah, if you're at school and watching this and you're trying to get something or getting a degree, like, continue studying. You'll never stop learning in life. But experience, in the end, is so valuable. So yeah, those are the things that I did learn in this journey. And yeah, what do you think? Let me know. Really do let me know. And also do let me know if you want to see more of those type of videos. And with that, I'm Avi, also known as Rosalie, and I talk about anything geeky, nerdy, Star Wars, tech. Well, look at the channel, look at the videos, scroll through it, go watch the next video. And yeah, I hope you like it. And until then, see you in the next video.